My name is Andy Grush. I'm a composer. I'm one half of a sort of writing team, the Newton Brothers. I had a straight up finance job out of college, and I studied music and accounting in college, and then just decided about 3 years into that wasn't sort of what I wanted to do. Was lucky enough to connect with composer John Debney through a series of weird friends and connections. He kind of suggested like just do it, just do the thing. And I always thought like I could always fall back on finance. That's a good thing to fall back on. So I just started hustling and was able to sort of drop off demo CDs all around town and got a job working with a team of people on two films, The Rules of Attraction and Mothman Prophecies, as well as scoring commercials. So I was doing sort of all those things at the same time. And Taylor and I met in that period, and he was working on an album. And then we just decided to start writing together. It's nice to have someone to be like your therapist who you also work with, because a lot of this gig is like you just have to let things roll off you a little bit. A lot, actually. We'll watch down a project and do like a spotting session. And then usually Taylor and I have found the best thing that works for us is to not talk to each other too much about what we're going to do, because it gives us a little bit of leeway to kind of like each explore the bounds of our individuality a little bit. And that's nice because like he'll do something I wouldn't think of, I'll do something he wouldn't think of. Sometimes we do similar things and then we'll come together and kind of judge each other before we then present the ideas. But vice versa, sometimes like, we'll write the same, we'll both write a main title just to have, hey, here's the zany idea and here's the safe idea. And then sometimes they're like, oh, two great ideas, which one to go with? And that's a great problem to have too. There's just so many, like, and it's not always just composers either. It's, I love Tom Newman. I love John Debney. I love Hans, like a lot of modern composers, early composers, like the Max Steiner stuff. Like I remember taking a class and like studying a lot of Max Steiner and was just blown away. Eric Korngold was another like composer I was like really into for a while. And then on the classical side, I'm a huge Bach and Chopin fan. My Spotify list is pretty annoying because like in my liked songs, it's impossible to just play that because it's so all over the place. I'm really proud of our work on Doctor Sleep and on The Haunting of Hill House. Both of those, we put a lot of energy and time into both of those, and so I'm very proud of those as like works of art. Especially Doctor Sleep, it was, I'd be lying if I didn't say like it's very frightening at first because like you recognize like the sequel to Shining is just like no matter what I do, someone's going to hate me like whatever I do, and I think that made us really try a lot of things and I'm very proud of it. Like looking back, I'm like, okay, like I feel like however it turned out, I'm very happy with like the process and what we did. I feel like we explored so many avenues and it also kind of made me realize how fun it is to work on things that scare you like that. Usually piano is my go-to. That was my first instrument. That's what I love the most. But I started playing guitar shortly after playing piano, and I have like an addiction to guitars right now. So I love to be able to pick up the guitar and sort of start things there. Sometimes it doesn't translate quite as much, probably because I'm not the greatest guitar player. If I was, really good at it, I could probably pull it off. I don't think I realized until the last few years what people tell you your whole life, which is just be you, which sounds so cliche. And so I don't think I ever listened to somebody tell me that and took it in and went like, cool, I'm going to just be me. Recognize who you are, because I think that that's a big and important thing that we lose sight of in the scope of like if you're looking to be a film composer or you're looking to be a songwriter, you might look, you might want to be want to be writing songs for specific artists, and it's you might think in that process you'll write for other people to get there, and that's good and fine, but I think you should never forget like who you are. There's a whole world out there past the writing of the music. You will be lying to yourself if you think that you can keep up with all those things. It's an incredible resource to have, but also everyone is very, it feels like family. Like the events are like very cool. Everyone there is very cool, but in a way where, like, because things get really stressful, and usually when you're reaching out and need help, you're not just like drinking tea at the Four Seasons in Maui. Usually it's like something's going wrong, or you're not sure about something, or you're wondering about, all kinds of things. A lot of times people doing the deals don't even understand the contracts. Being able to understand them or have a team of people who can also help you understand what's going on is huge.